Picture this. You're driving down the interstate, but you suddenly notice that one of your tires is acting up and is rapidly becoming worse. You are forced to pull over onto the shoulder of the road, and you find that you now have a flat tire. You know how to change a tire. You decide to go and get your trusty jack to prop up the car, get the tire changed, and get back on the road. There's just one problem. You can't find the jack. Now, you are forced to wait for someone else, maybe a tow truck or a family member, to come pick you up and your car up, or to bring a jack with them, wasting so much time and energy on something that could take 10 minutes, all because you forgot your jack at home. I'm Seth Young from Young Enterprises, and I'm here to present to you the built-in jacking system. With this system, you don't have to remember putting your jack in your car. This system is designed to be installed in vehicles of any shape and any size, and allows the user to prop up his or her car like a normal jacking mechanism, except without the necessary recollection, effort, and spatial consumption of a mechanical jack. All the user does is press a switch, which corresponds to one of the wheels on the vehicle. Pushing the switch down will allow the jacking mechanism to lower itself, and thus prop up the car, while pushing the switch up will cause the mechanism to retract, which will place the car back on the ground. The location of this switch, which would be part of a panel, would be in a cavity guarded by a door similar to that of a gas tank, and would be located on whatever side and whatever location of the vehicle you, the automobile manufacturers, decide to place it. But I have chosen an area in front of the passenger's door on the right side for ease of access, because the user will likely pull over to the right side of the road, and putting the panel there would keep the driver out of danger. The location of these jacking mechanisms will be located on the outside of each of the wheels, on the side which is closest to the bumpers of the vehicle. The jacking mechanism will be moved through a system of hydraulics, which will allow the jacks to be lowered and to be raised. The hydraulic design is best shown by the picture provided. My goal of meeting with you automobile manufacturers is to sell you the idea and the design of this mechanism, and the rights to utilize this product, while I retain ownership of all patents, ideas, and proprietary information and technology. From utilizing this product, you will then implement this idea into your vehicle, and the purchaser of the vehicle will be the intended person or people to utilize this product. However, these customers are not exclusively the only persons to utilize this feature. Before I go into a more detailed explanation, I wish to first clarify something. For the purposes of this presentation, a jack is considered a bar which can be raised or lowered in order to prop up one or more sides of a car in a manner that resembles that of a mechanical jack. Now, when the user wishes for the jacks to lower, the user pushes the switch down, and when this occurs, a pump, which is powered by the battery in the vehicle, will cause the cylinder containing the jack to fill with fluid, which pushes the jack down. As the jack lowers, a system of gears will follow the jack down while simultaneously locking through a system similar to that of a ratchet, shown by the picture provided, which will prevent the jack from receding before it is intended to in case of hydraulic malfunction. Please note that the hydraulic system will move in a gradual manner, and the pressure which exists in the cylinder will keep the jack extended by itself. However, the gears that are in place are there as a fail-safe if the pressure suddenly drops in the cylinder, and will have little effect as the jack either descends or ascends. When the user wishes for the jack to retract, the user will push the switch up, which will cause the liquid in the jack cylinder to return to its original housing, which will decrease the pressure in the cylinder, which will cause the jack to retract. During this process, the pawl, which is holding the gears in place, as shown by the picture, will lift, allowing the gears to turn and subsequently allow the jack to raise without stopping. In the event of hydraulic malfunction, however, the pawl will re-engage, blocking any further movement of the jack. The ratchet-like mechanism which I have envisioned was conceived by combining two images. First, by the diagram of a linear ratchet, shown by this picture, and the next being a circular ratcheting gear mechanism, shown by this picture. From the two pictures to my diagram, there are only two differences, and these are that the teeth will be on both sides of the bar, and the stopping mechanism on the linear ratchet will be replaced by the ratcheting mechanism from the previous picture. Compared to other products such as this one, our product uses hydraulics instead of pneumatics. I chose hydraulics primarily because hydraulics are capable of lifting heavier objects compared to pneumatics, as stated by Nextflow Air. Another difference is that our product uses teeth in order to ensure that the jack doesn't suddenly retract, which would cause damage to the vehicle. Compared to mechanical jacks, which require a large amount of physical labor and are cumbersome when stored in vehicles, these integral jacks will require nothing more than a simple push of a switch, and already have their own storage. What's more, using an external jack can be a very dangerous and risky process. A jack, if not positioned properly on a car, or positioned on an uneven surface, could tilt, or the vehicle could roll off the jack, both of which would almost certainly crush the user under the vehicle. Along with this, an improperly placed jack could also rip a hole through the floor of a car, which would also damage the rest of the car and crush the user. The days of using old, outdated, and dangerous mechanical jacks are over. With this invention, jacking will now become a quick, simple, and safe process, requiring little physical effort and ensuring the safety of the user. Thank you very much for your time and consideration.